And action! Welcome back to another episode of Written and Directed by. How's it going, everybody? How are you? Welcome back. Yes, it's been another lovely week, and I'm glad to inform you that I'm doing just marvelous. Everything's been brilliant. The whole week's been going proper good. And I've just had a proper good time, and I really enjoyed it. Got a lot done. Spoke to my brother. I haven't spoke to my brother in like a couple of months now. We spoke for about 2 hours the other day, so that was good. It was just a really good week, and I'm just really excited for the weekend because there's a lot going on. Got a lot going on this weekend in regards to the Costa Rica movie. So that's going to be brilliant. I'm really excited. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the new episode of the podcast. I've been watching Love Island recently. People have been saying it's a good show, and I decided to watch Love Island. So now I talk like this a lot. I kind of just jump into it, and you know, I don't mind it. I hope others don't mind it, but you know, whatever. If they don't like it, they can fuck off, you know. You know, it's like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, you know. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so, you know, judge me if you want. I don't care. I actually like the show. It's super stupid, to say the least, but it's one of those stupidly entertaining shows that I just can't help but watch. So, yeah, gonna be watching that. Good thing there's 58 episodes in one season. I started on the current season. I was just gonna test it out and see if I liked it. And fortunately or unfortunately, you know, I haven't decided yet which is which. That I do like the show, so I'm gonna be watching it. So thanks for joining me today. If you guys are watching the YouTube podcast, which, hello, thank you for doing so. I'm in a completely different room. I think from now on I'm going to be recording my solo episodes in here in this room, and you can see behind me. Let's just spin around the chair, shall we? If you see behind me, I have a TV. I have a television with, you know, it's just recording the sound waves, and I thought that was cool. So you can kind of see when I'm chit-chatting. You can see my sick chat, you know. The chat looks pretty sick, right? The lines are going, the lines are buzzing and moving up and down like that. And I thought, you know, interesting background. And this is I don't know if you can see it. I tried to set up the camera, but this is my wall of DVDs. I have 2 bookcases filled with DVDs. I got some figurines around here. Got some collectible stuff on the TV stands. Got some stuff. I'm hiding stuff. I got paintings all around. And yeah, so I think when I do my solo guest list episodes, I think we'll be in here, and I don't see why not. It's kind of fun, and the atmosphere is amusing, and there's there's a lot going on here, and I just feel myself. I can feel myself in my room, because this is my bedroom. It's funny, I filmed that way once, and now I'm filming this way. Get the whole room. But yeah, guys, this was a good week. It went by really quick. I don't know about you guys, but this week went by quick. Yeah, and like in a good way though. What was going on? Just a lot hitting the gym really hard. Finally seeing some results. Getting slim, getting cut up. Don't have those abs yet. Looking to get some. Looking for a few abs. Be nice to have a couple or a few abs. I think that'd be pretty cool. Just like a little bit. Like I don't need to have like 15, but like a handful of abs would be nice. Whoa, hey guy, turn your motorcycle off. Thanks. Man, I was gonna talk about stuff. I'm like, oh, we're gonna talk about all this, and I forgot. I had like a bunch of things, and see, this is the problem when I don't write things down. And I should know that, and I say it every time. I say it every time I start recording for a podcast. You should probably write things down, and it's like, no, you'll wing it. You're good at it. And listen, man, you're not good at winging things. Okay, there's 36 of these. You're not good at winging them. I mean, sometimes, sure, it's fine. Like, you can wing it. You're good at winging it sometimes, but, hey, turn the motorcycle off, thanks. You can wing it sometimes, but I think when you have structure, you're much better, so maybe we should focus on structure next time we're moving forward. So, hey, yeah, inner voice, you're right. We should have structured these things, but, whatever. Last night, Justin and I tried a bunch of new fruits. We went to the grocery store. We went down to the local Ralph's. And we walked through the vegetable section by the fruits. They got a bunch of like different fruits. And, we walked by it and we were like, oh, okay, cool. That's a banana. And it's a little boring. I got kiwis. I've had those before. Let's try some of those weird things that we've never seen before. That might be fun, right? And we got this like spiky alien sea creature thing looking fruit. It was called a Kowino fruit. It looked like an alien space pod egg thing. Apparently, it's supposed to taste like, depending on how ripe it is, it can taste like a cucumber, a zucchini, which is essentially the same thing, or a banana. Listen, fruit, get your shit together, okay? Because those are 3 different things you could taste like. One tastes like a vegetable, and the other is a fruit. So what are ya? A fruit or vegetable? Pick one and stick to it. So we cut that fucker open, and let me tell you, it tasted like, okay, so the consistency was, like, inside, you cut it open, there's like gel, it's like jelly, kind of, and there's a bunch of seeds. It tasted like a banana jam with seeds. It tasted like unripened banana jam. If you were gonna make jelly, if you're gonna make like a jam, spread on toast, like scrape you got like a burnt piece of toast, and you're like, oh, this needs some jam. That like raspberry, like that, but like banana with seeds. And I scooped it, put it in my mouth, immediately regretted it. Gross. It was not, won't be eating that one again, so, yeah. The next fruit was a star fruit. It smelled like a flower. It also looked like an alien. It smelled like a flower. I don't think it was ripe because we Googled how to, like, the proper way to cut these fruits. And the picture, it said it should be yellow. Ours was more on the green side. I'm colorblind. I see colors and I don't see them for what they're supposed to be, but I see colors. My brain just thinks they're different. And I knew for a fact that wasn't yellow. Okay? We still ate it. It had the potential to be good. It just was unripe. You could tell it wasn't very ripe, and you just tasted it. I'm like, oh, this could be interesting, but it just, I wish we would have waited on that guy. I tried a passion fruit. I think I've had definitely have passion fruit flavored things before, but I've never eaten the actual passion fruit. It was weird. It was like you cut it open. It's like a little nut, you know, like a little. It looked like a testicle, pretty much. It looked like it looked like a fucking testicle. And the outside was like speckled and like reddish, pinkish-ish. Again, I'm colorblind, I don't know. And it felt hollow. It was like strange. It felt like it was, it weighed 2 ounces. It felt hollow. You cut it open and it's hollow, but there's like seeds stuck to it. If you've never eaten a passion fruit, I'm explaining it to you. And you just eat the seeds. And it was good. A little tart out. When I first ate it, I'm like, whoa! And it was like eating a warhead. If you've ever eaten a warhead. It wasn't that sour, but it was pretty tart. And then we also ate a cactus pear. Listen, I'm from Arizona. I've eaten cactus pear before. So, it wasn't strange. It wasn't a strange fruit to try. Because I've already had it. But it was good to have it again. I haven't had it in a long time. And it's very light. It's a very airy fruit, you know. It almost feels like it could float away. You know, you cut that bitch open. You cut that little fucker open, right? You peel it. I thought I was peeling away too much because, like, I guess like the skin is super thick, and I didn't realize so if the whole thing is like, if the whole thing like the size of a melon, you peel the skin off, and then you basically have like a tangerine left, essentially. So I was like, oh, I think I'm peeling away too much of the outer skin. But I guess that's what I was supposed to do. And then you cut it, and there's like these thick, crunchy seeds in it. But if you don't like crunch the seeds, you're fine. But yeah, the fruit, it was airy. It was super light. It was really a really nice fruit. It would make a great salad. I think if you put it in a salad, it would be nice. I don't know what kind of salad. Maybe like with some of those green leaves and maybe a couple other fruits, maybe some strawberries. And then you put that in there too. Little drizzled dressing. Got yourself a nice salad, nice summer salad. Yeah, so that was a fun experience. Someone made a joke that we should do it every Thursday. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see it. Well, I don't know, but by the time this is up, it'll be, because I posted on my story. Maybe I'll put a little compilation together, and maybe I'll just post like them individually as fruit review videos. That'll be something stupid, right? Yeah, sounds like a good idea. I fucked up and started getting coffee again, so woo! You guys know I have trying to not be drinking coffee. The last 3 days I've gotten more coffee-ish drinks. I'm drinking a cappuccino right now. Oh, drinking a cappuccino. But I don't know what happened. I do. You know what? This week has been such a struggle with sleep. I don't know what it is. So before I would wind up, like the previous weeks leading up to this week, I would go to work, come home, go to the gym right away, and then eat dinner, and then boom, it's 8 o'clock. And then most of those nights I would just sit on the couch for a couple hours and watch TV with Justin, and then by the time I come back in the room, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let's do some work. And it's like 10:30, 11. And by the time I finish like the work that I wanted to do, it would be 12:31. And then I would get in bed and try to calm down, put a show on to like relax and drift off to dreamland. By that time, it would be like 1:32, maybe longer. Maybe later. So I've been going to bed at 2:30, 3 a.m. all last week, all this week, and it's not. Or I'm sorry, all last week. And so I was like, this week I'm gonna try to get to bed. I'm gonna be in bed by 12 at the latest, and hopefully be sleeping by 12:30, 1, because if that's a 2 hour difference, right? If I'm falling asleep by 1 instead of 1 or 2, instead of 2 or 3, then that's at least a 1 to 2 hour difference, right? That I get extra hours of sleep, and I'm also trying to wake up earlier. I think it would be nice to wake up earlier just to have a little bit more of my morning before I have to rush off to work. So I've been trying to do that. It has not really been working. I'm still going to sleep late. This week was a little bit weird because last few days I did spend a lot of time talking to my siblings. I talked to my brother the other day for like a couple hours, and I talked to my sister last night for a couple hours. So that put things off of schedule. But in the beginning of the week, it was working. Monday, Tuesday, I was in bed at like 12, and it was nice. It was nice to be in bed at that time, because the idea for me here is that I would like to be able to in the mornings wake up early enough to go for like a 30-minute run, and then come back, have enough time to get ready for work, and just like chill for, at least 10 minutes, and then go to work, and then come home, go to the gym. I'm trying to, because I don't do enough cardio. My body thrives on cardio. Just my body type loves it. Needs, I'm okay, right? Like just doing weight training, like it's been working, but my body thrives on cardio. It needs that high intensity. I do really well when I'm doing HIIT training or like high interval stuff, when it's just constant movement, constant high rep, high intensity type stuff. And so my body just needs to move. I grew up a chubby kid. What do you want? That's just how it has to go. And so I would like to incorporate more cardio, more running into my regimen, and I feel like I could do that in the morning. Justin doesn't do cardio because if he does cardio, then he winds up losing muscle mass, which is insane. I don't understand. I don't understand that. The human body is an anomaly unless you study it. To me, it's an anomaly. I don't fucking understand it. Yeah. So I would like to do more cardio. This last week I tried changing my eating habits a lot, and let me tell you, I noticed a difference, like in a good way. I intermittent fast, so that means I only eat for like 8 hours a day, and the rest of the time I'm just fasting and drinking water. So I decided that I'm going to cut it down to 6 hours instead. So now, instead of eating lunch at 1, before I would eat lunch at 12, and then I moved it to 1. And now I don't eat until 3. I don't eat until 3 p.m. and I stop eating around 8:30 or 9. That's the goal. As I'm adjusting to it, it's kind of been more like 9:30-ish, 10, around that time. It also depends on like when we get home from the gym. If we wind up having a meeting right after work and we go to the gym, we don't get home till like 8, and then by the time I cook food, it winds up being like closer to 9. So I do have a little bit of leeway there, but 6 hours is ideally the window that I would like to have. It let me tell you, it's definitely I've definitely seen a difference. I've definitely seen more progression. Also, I'm trying to eat less, so like the fasting and eating less has I've definitely seen some results. Listen, this is not for everybody. you definitely need a lot of discipline with this, and I don't have a good I don't have good self-control, especially when it comes to food. Sugar, forget about it. Forget about it. Go to lunch. Sugar, sugar. If you do research on sugar, it's highly addictive. It's a highly addictive substance, and you can debate me on that if you want to, and please do. I encourage it if you disagree, but it is highly addictive. I would consider it a drug, and I'm addicted to sugar, and I love it. I love donuts. I love cake. I love sweets. I love candy and chocolate. Chocolate, dark chocolate is my fucking. You can take everything away from me, but if you can just leave me a couple bars of dark chocolate, just leave them on the counter over there. Or dark chocolate covered almonds, I'm set. That's all I need. So this last week has been kind of rough in the office. Only the last 3 days. Fucking homie, I'm not gonna say his name, but fucking homie over there brought everyone donuts. Hey man, you fucking nuts, man? Do you know what you're doing? Bringing a box of donuts to work for me? You're about to cause a problem. You want those donuts to be eaten in one sitting in a matter of minutes? Because I'll eat those donuts. I'm gonna eat them donuts. There's nothing I will eat quicker than a box of donuts. If you leave them out and it's free game, like you buy a box of donuts and you're like, hey everybody, I brought donuts. Feel free to help yourself. They're gone. Maybe I'll leave one because I don't want to feel like, I don't want to be that guy that eats all the donuts. I don't want to be that guy, who the fuck are all the donuts? And I don't want to be like that guy that ate all the donuts. Like I have to leave one, and maybe even at that, I'll still cut it in half and leave half of it. But yeah, I just really like them. They're my favorite. So he brought donuts in, and I caved and kind of had 1.5, and even and I had to be like, okay, stop. You're doing so good. You're doing so well. Just, stop. And I did. I stopped. And then today, which I really kind of, at this moment right now, regret, is... So, Fridays, I don't work a full day. I work from like 9 to 2. And so, since now... I eat lunch at 3, or breakfast at 3, I'll just wait to go home to eat, Makes sense, right? But these guys at work love to go out to lunch. And, I just should have said fucking no. I should have said no. What the fuck? I should have said no. But we went down to this place at the end of the street called Anzu. Really good. It's like a Japanese fried chicken place. Listen, it's good food, but it makes you feel like garbage. Makes you feel like a sack of basura. So, I feel like shit. Had like a little fried chicken burger. So, just cracked me across the face with that calorie bat. Now I gotta fucking work extra hard, and tomorrow I'm gonna like do a bunch of cardio. Bullshit, It's not like it was like a terrible decision. I mean, what am I saying? It wasn't. It was a bad choice. Okay, I should have waited. I should have came home, eaten a thing of tuna, and just been upset that there was no, like, that I'm eating a thing of tuna, but at least I was eating healthy. Alright, guys? Exactly. So, I should have just eaten the tuna, should have just waited, but no. I went to Anzu, got the fried chicken sandwich and the french fries, and came back and ate the thing, and then felt like shit. And then, it just churns my stomach. The stomach's just like fucking old school Pilgrim, just churning butter. I just feel it. Someone's just mixing. It's like a hurricane down there in the stomach. And it's just like, even though, like, so I don't drink, I don't eat dairy. I'm slowly cutting out the carbs. Come April, going fucking zero bullshit, No carbs, no sugar, no dairy at all, except for dark chocolate. Just need a little something. But I'm slowly trying to build up to that because in the past I did it cold turkey. And I'm sure I could do it again. I know I could. I think this way it's a little easier. It's not a full cut, but it's like a slow buildup of the roller coaster. It's like the tick, 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 and then go. Or it's like, when you're in a car, 0 to 60, you're going 0 to 60, you don't like blast off immediately, you gotta build up to 60. So, but yeah, like, eating clean thus far, like, the only other carb that I've been eating has been rice. But today, eating that chicken sandwich, I'm like, instantly, like, after, like, 30, maybe, like, 20 minutes later, I felt it just sitting at the bottom of my stomach, just like, oh, fuck. Some might say that's a little too soon to feel like digestive issues, but listen, my body's different, I know. Like, when I drink a thing of milk, like, instant reaction. Or if, like, I eat something that doesn't sit well, I'm like, I just know it. And people have always told me, like, it's too soon. It's like, hey man, I know my body. And I just felt it. Like, it was, of course, like, these things are, this food that we eat is so good. Just when you put it in your mouth and you taste it, and it's just, the donuts, it's like, these donuts are like, as soon as it hits the tip of your tongue, it's like, sends all these, like, electrons and like these flavor blasts through your what are they fucking called? Them little tongue bristles, taste buds. And it just sends all these, like, fires off these electrodes to your neurons and, I don't know, brain stuff. But it's like a little blast of high, or like a little sugar high, and it just tastes so good. And then you eat it, and you're like, oh, fuck what, I eat it. And that's what I felt about this chicken sandwich. Even after the first bite, I'm like, so good, but why am I eating this? So, I don't have many regrets. My regrets usually come from food. Like eating the wrong thing. Oh no, what happened to my computer? It's still going. Maybe I should bring the mouse over here. I didn't realize that. No one told me. You guys didn't tell me that the computer turned off. Why didn't you tell me, huh? Are we still rolling? Are we still recording? I think so. It looks like it's ticking by. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of cool, huh? I like it. I think it's cool. But yeah. So that's what's happening with that. So my stomach, it's yelling at me a bit, and it's not too happy with me, and I fully understand why. I wouldn't be too happy with me either. But I'm it's just gonna make me go harder in the gym. And I look forward to the gym now. I used to fucking hate the gym, but I used to hate. Okay, so I used to hate going to the gym. I just used to go to the gym, go through the motions, and then it would just be a way for me to justify what I ate. So I would be like, okay, cool. I went to the gym. I can go eat some pizza. I do that now still, but I don't go crazy. It's not like I eat a full pizza every day. Back in my early days, like in the last 5 years, I would literally go to the gym and justify eating like 3 burritos in one day. Like those would be my meals, or just extra candy and stuff. I'm like, I went to the gym today. I guess I could eat this whole thing of chips. It's fine. And I just wasn't very conscious of the food I was putting into my body and to what I was doing and how I was treating my body. And only till recently, till moving here to California was I realizing that if you put in the work, and this too has only been in this last year. And by last year I mean these last 2 months. Is that if you really and I know this, everyone knows this. It's just you don't want to admit it, and it's hard work, and you don't want to do it. But if you just focus and you just put forth the effort, and you just say, I'm gonna eat good, I'm gonna go to the gym, do what I need to do there, come home, eat good, go to sleep, and repeat. Then you see results. I've never once in my life, actually that's a lie, but it hasn't been like this. I haven't been in a situation where I've been eating really good, eating really well, just like protein, very little carbs, and recently I've been upping my vegetables intake. I have not been eating that much vegetables lately, and I think also I do my body does really well when I have vegetables. It helps. Also, I have what is called metabolic syndrome, and basically everything I eat gets turned into sugar. It's processed as sugar and then stored as fat. So I have an easier time of accumulating fat cells, which is not good, especially for someone like me who likes sweets. Those sugars just get amplified. So someone like me needs to exercise a lot, needs to be careful what they eat, especially if things are processed as sugar. Things like food is just recognized as sugar. It's the opposite of diabetes, where diabetics need insulin. I produce too much. So I just have to find a balance. Oh, I think that was a bird. I thought it was a butterfly. So yeah, I used to be on meds for it to balance my insulin levels, but now I'm not, because I figured it out. But these last couple months working out with Justin, eating really right, I've seen the results like I've never seen before, and it's so awesome. Like, even though I'm not shredded, I'm not cut up yet, my stomach's getting flatter, my biceps are getting just more toned and bigger, my chest is is flattening out, and it's getting that nice shape. It's not just a pair of tits anymore. It's not just a pair of man titties. And my face is always the last. It's usually the first place to gain weight, the last place to lose it. So I've been looking at my mid region first. And so seeing these results in the mirror, even though they're small increments, it's just finally really nice to see that it's working. And just by putting forth the effort to continuously eat really well and to continuously go to the gym, and then when I actually go to the gym, I'm focused. I do the workout and then some. I push for more, because if you're there going for if you're just going through the motions, you're just like, I work out because like I should, and it's something that I probably shouldn't. It'll keep me healthy. You're not really doing anything. If you're trying to like gain muscle, you're trying to like change your physique. If you're just going through the motions, then you're not doing anything for you. And it took me a long time to realize that, like, by just like doing 10 curls on each side at like a moderate weight, like that seems easy. Then I'm not. What am I doing? We lift things to our face all the time. So like, you have to like push it. You have to push the limits. You have to go for a weight that you can barely hit 10, and then hit 12, because that's where the growth happens. Is when it starts burning. And I didn't realize that. When the burn would come on, I would just be like, okay, done. And now I'm just pushing through that, and now that's where I'm seeing the results is after that muscle starts burning, I just keep going. And now my biceps are shaping, they're thicker. Like last night I was laying in bed and I just like looked over and like as my arm was in a certain position, I'm like, holy shit, look at that fucking thing. And so it's really nice to see those results as they've been coming. And I need to get my self-control in check and just kind of check myself when there's other foods, other like really delicious looking and tasting foods around, and just realize that like, hey, what are your goals? Is it worth putting that in your body? Do you want to work out extra hard today because you're going to eat that? Do you want to eat less today because a donut might have like 200 calories in it, and 200 calories could be your protein shake, So, and which one of those is going to give you more sustenance? The one donut or the fat protein shake with bananas and protein powder and blueberries and blah, blah, blah. Which one's going to sustain you longer? So if you have to think like, and that's why I love counting calories, because it's like you see what you're putting in your body. It's like when you're spending money. Like, what am I spending money on? I'm spending money on these cheap pair of shoes that will fall apart in a couple months. Am I spending $200 on these cool looking shoes that will fall apart in 3 months, or I'm gonna spend the same money on these other shoes that might not be as flashy and as nice tasting, and they're just average pair of shoes, but they'll last me a couple years. It's like, okay, so what are you gonna spend? Which one are you gonna spend more on? And so that's why counting calories has helped me. And I just I gotta figure out the self-control thing. Growing up, I never really had it. I just would eat, and my parents would berate me for eating, like, you can't eat, you shouldn't overeat, and you're kind of looking a little heavy, and your face is looking a little puffy. Like that was my dad's way of telling me I should stop eating as I go. Oh, your face looks a little swollen today. You've been eating bread? Or some bullshit like that. And so that would make me mad, and so I would wind up eating more. And looking back, I know they only wanted to help me. They were only looking out for my best interest. And it's, what do you say? What do you say to a kid like that? Like, who's going through adolescence, and what do you say to someone when you're trying to look out for them? You don't want them to get severely overweight, and you just want them to be healthy. It's like, it's hard to say. Like my little youngest sister, she's kind of in the same boat that I was in when I was her age, and they're taking a different approach now, and we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Maybe she'll just have to figure it out for herself, like I did. But it all comes down to self-control. And I see her sometimes, and she doesn't really have any, and neither did I. And sometimes I still don't. I'm working on it. One time I got food. A couple weekends ago, I ordered some food, and Postmates. Went down to grab it, and I almost opened it as I was coming back up the stairs. I'm like, wait 2 more minutes to get back into the room. I'll put it on a plate. Like, shit like that. Like, sometimes I have to check myself. I'm like, hey man, just chill. Just hold on a second. Also, you don't need to eat the whole box of donuts. You don't need to eat the whole box of Cheez-Its. Just calm down. You know? Eat the serving size. They're there for a reason. Yeah. So, and self-control comes into play in anything. In everything, actually. If we didn't have self-control, then we would just be doing and saying the craziest shit ever. So, we all have self-control. We all know how to control ourselves to a degree. I think in certain areas we struggle, and it's just how do we keep that struggle in check? And that's what I'm working on. It'll take time. Everything takes time. It's just practice and practice and practice and repetition until it becomes second nature. And eventually, this will. It took a long time for me to enjoy working out. I don't enjoy it. I hate the gym. I honestly hate going to the gym. I like the feeling when I leave, knowing that I crushed the workout. I feel great. I have a nice pump going, and I know that what I just did will help bring the results that I need. So that's what I like about it. Now, spending an hour to 2 hours in the gym makes me want to fucking stab myself in the throat with a fork. Okay? Do I mean that literally? Probably. Am I gonna do it? I don't think so. Because living's great. My life's fucking awesome. But it makes me going to the gym for that goddamn long makes me want to stab myself in the neck. Okay? Do I have a choice? Kinda. I don't have to go to the gym with Justin. But I know if I don't, then I'm not going to push myself as hard. And it's really nice going with him sometimes because he pushes me past my limits. And that's where all of my results are coming from. And that's been great. But I fucking hate the gym. I hate it so much. I hate exercise. And you gotta be borderline insane to love exercise. Like, I love martial arts. I love doing martial arts. I love, but I don't, but if I'm saying, I love exercise, I'm an exercise. I don't. There are people that do. And I think those people are insane. But, there's a lot of things that I do that I'm sure people think I'm insane for doing. So, we all have things that we do that keep us sane that other people think makes us seem fucking nuts. So, what are we gonna do about it? But I'm gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I'm gonna keep going to the gym. I'm thinking about doing a marathon. I used to run half marathons a lot. I've run like 4 or 5 half marathons in my lifetime. Never done a full marathon. It's always been a goal of mine to do one. My first one was almost in Ontario, Canada. It was going to start on the Ontario side of Niagara Falls and finish on the Buffalo side of Niagara Falls. I'm pretty sure I was going to do that. Is that even possible? Can you go around the entire Niagara Falls? I don't remember. I just know. I forget. It's been like 4 or 5 years since I looked at that race, but I just remember that you needed to plug in your passport. Even if you were Canadian, you had to put in your passport because it did cross into the U.S. But yeah, it would have been an awesome fucking race. I was living in Michigan at the time. I was working on a movie. I was living in Michigan, and I was like, fuck it, why not? And I didn't sign up. I don't know. I don't remember why. I might have gotten cold feet. Oh, I wasn't training. That's what it was. I just wasn't training at the time. Living with my uncle in his house, and we were just boozing a lot and eating good food, and wasn't really training. So that's why I didn't do it. But this year, this fucking bronchitis has been fucking me up, and I want it to go away. So as soon as it goes away, I'm gonna hit the ground running, literally, and I'm gonna start training for a full marathon. There's one in San Diego that you can kind of see the bay. I might do that one. I want to do the LA marathon, but it's too soon. I think I'm pretty sure I missed the deadline to sign up, and it was too soon. So I do want to find a cool one. I don't want to. I've done a bunch where they're just inland, like especially living in Arizona. There's not. It's just city, except for this one I did up north. I went through the woods. Oh my god, that was a beautiful fucking run. It turned into a cross country run. You start on the street and then it diverges through you go through a little meadow, and then you go through the woods, and so you're running through trees and oh my god, it was fucking beautiful. Did I film any of it? I don't even remember, but that was my favorite run ever. I did one in Michigan. It also went through the woods. See, to me, those, when you have a run, when you do a race with a view, it's just incredible, because you're not really, when you're looking at something, even though if you listen to music, you usually keep your mind off it, but when you have a change of scenery halfway through, my god, it's just nutso. And so that's why I want to find one that's kind of by the coast on the water line, so that you're running by the water. That just seems so fucking beautiful. So I'm gonna look for one, train for one, and I think it'll be fun. I have another goal. I don't remember if I don't think I did, because I've had guests the last couple of weeks. But I have a new goal, and by April 21st, which is my birthday. Did I say this? Did I say this a couple weeks ago? Before the guest came on? Probably, right? But anyway, I'm going to say it again, because I just want it to be out there. Before or on my birthday, I'm going to be doing stand-up. Working on the set and writing jokes like crazy. Just got to figure out how to string together a set. I found out my brother did a couple sets actually recently, which was funny to hear, because I didn't know he was interested, but he did it for the experience. I want to do it because of stand-up. He just wanted to know what it's like to do it. That he was trying to turning it into more of an experiment. But I just want to do it, and I'm excited about it. So I'm working on a set, and yeah, got some. We're doing auditions tomorrow for the movie, the Costa Rica movie. Stuff is coming together, guys. It's just look outside. Fucking, it's been shitty weather. It's fucking freezing. It's snowing in Arizona. It's snowing in Scottsdale. It never snows in Scottsdale ever. And it's snowing in Scottsdale. There's inches of snow. It's snowing in Tucson. What the fuck? But I look outside, see birds flying around. The trees are blowing and swaying, and there's a few clouds, but fuck, life's fucking beautiful. Life's amazing, and I love it. I love my life. I love where it's going. I love all the shitty things that have happened and all the amazing things that have happened. And I love all the shitty things that will happen, and I love all the amazing things that will happen. And I'm just so excited. Things, I'm just so fucking grateful. I'm incredibly grateful for the life that I live. And I can't wait. That's it. I can't wait. I can't wait for more. Oh man. Thank you guys so much for listening to me chat today. I thought the chat was sick, it was a sick chat today. So thanks for joining me on this ride. I hope it was brilliant. I hope you liked it. I thought we had proper banter. So yeah. But thank you for joining me today on another episode of Written and Directed By. I appreciate you listening. Please make sure you check me out on Instagram at Harrison Burger, Twitter Harrison C Burger. Please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can find me on Spotify. Please subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. So if you would like to see me and like to see my room and the cool features I have in the background behind me, you can check those out. Share it with your friends. Let them know if you like my podcast. Share it with your buddies and your friends, and let me know if you have any questions for me. Let's spark some conversations. I'd love to chit chat with you guys. If we kind of get that going, I'm gonna put together like a little hotline. You guys can call and leave messages if you want to do that. I think that would be cool. Eventually, when you can start getting some viewer responses. So please, interact with me. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think of the podcast. If there's something you want me to talk about, that would be great. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and I'm very grateful for all of you. I love you all, and it's been fun. Thanks for joining me today. Love you guys. Cut!